Well, I'll be damned. Welcome to Horror Movie Rewind. I'm Dustin. Welcome back. Welcome for the first time. In either case,
hope you like what you see.
A few days ago, Entertainment Weekly released an article that had an interview with Skeet Ulrich. And I'm assuming it was some kind of promotional material for Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Something I don't fucking understand at all. I liked it better when it was Willy's Wonderland. I don't understand the hype behind it, and apparently it crushed it at the box office last weekend. Good for horror. Whatever. During said interview, when our old pal Brian was questioned about his involvement with the upcoming Scream 7, he confirms that he'll be a no-show. He's not going to be involved. He explains that his role in the previous two films, and which would have been his involvement in the seventh film, was basically solely to push his daughter, played by Melissa Barrera, to become a Ghostface. That's the point of this video, and I'll get to it in a moment. Now, you couldn't really ask for a more ironic and fitting buildup between the sixth and the seventh film. At the same time, I was kind of surprised how openly they basically broadcast that Lillard was coming back to play Stu Macher. Now, at the same time with that, we don't know the magnitude of it. It could be another Randy situation. Randy's popped up in a couple of films since his demise, but I don't think so. I've spoke on it before. If you know anything about the plot of Scream 3, the original plot, that is, pre-Columbine, and that was the deciding factor to axe that one and then to go in another direction. The Cult of Stu Macher was essentially the plot, and it was going to be more than several teenagers carrying out like his will. And so it's hard to think that in this film, and like I've even said that before the whole Barrera and then Jenna Ortega having her back and dropping out thing, I thought that's where it was going from 5 on, especially in 6. The core 4, they were all going to be Ghostface. Anyhow, so Skeet, he states that it was absolutely going to be the fate of Sam to become Ghostface. I have 2 videos already titled Sam and Tara Theory. So I figured, that this come out this week. Let's go ahead and talk about it. It feels good to be right because I fucking am. And at the same time, I'll show you some evidence. So again, kind of the point of this video, I'll show you what I compiled. Not going to spend a whole lot of time on this. I don't really feel it's necessary. If you look at it through this optic, it's actually kind of fun to go back and watch the previous 2 films and apply it because they're everywhere. There's a lot of things that are almost unexplainable unless you buy this theory. I'm just going to show you a couple of clips actually just from Scream 5. Not necessary to go any further, but let's get started. So the first time we see Sam, she's sitting on a curb outside of her job. I think it's a bowling alley. Richie works there as well. Imagine that. She's got a nervous energy about her. She's kind of like fidgeting. It looks like she's waiting on something, perhaps a phone call. Well, she gets that phone call. Richie's out there with her at that point, and it's Wes calling her to break the news that her sister was attacked.
My sister was attacked.
I just thought it was interesting the way she stressed the noun being her sister's name. That typically implies that you're surprised that it was that person that was attacked, not that an attack took place. If you know what I mean? Like, the attack didn't surprise her. It was that it was Tara. So put that in your pocket. Hold on to it. I feel like it's one of those things where when Sam and Tara got around each other, they were going to be like, hey, well, I forgot to mention, Richie's going to do this thing with us. Or, so Sam, here's the deal. Amber wants to kill people as well. I think that both of the sisters had an accomplice that they didn't tell the other about. The reason that's important is because the car ride on the way to Woodsboro, to me, is nothing more than a rehearsal. If you look at it that way, you'll never not see it that way. The questions that are posed by Richie are in a tone that is absolutely like a memory retaining. So like this is that, like you're studying with someone like this.
Last time it happened was in 2011.
We came here voluntarily.
Well, I gotta make sure Tara's okay.
Right, yes.
Basically a memorization drill. But one thing that's very interesting about that scene is the fact that Sam has a shit-eating grin on her face and is like smiling, and she does that thing that it's like a reaffirming, yeah, and we got to make sure Tara's okay. Yeah, essentially she seems irritated by his lack of retention of the study material. She's coaching him up of what he should say once in Woodsboro. If you view it through that lens, go back and watch the movie. You won't unsee it. But it's the last part of that scene that really hammers it home. And it's when there's a complete mood change. You go from all smiles and bullshit and, you know, just nonchalantly talking about like attempted murders to him posing this question.
Can I just ask you one question now?
Yeah.
Do you have any idea why someone wearing that mask would want to kill your sister?
No.
Kind of like Sam, he poses the question in a way that's awful curious. Do you have any idea why someone wearing that mask would want to attack your sister? As in, yeah, I thought we were going to do this shit, and now someone's trying to kill your sister. What, she's supposed to be part of this with us? So, yeah, I don't really feel the need to say much more about it. There's, again, a ton of stuff in 5 and 6. But, yeah, if you give a damn, go back and watch it through that lens. It's kind of hard to argue. Just something for fun, man. Anyhow, guys, I'm Dustin. This is Hard Movie Rewind. Appreciate you checking me out.